Hola a todos Hey, welcome. My name is Marcelo Echeverria Moran. I am the director of an advertisement company called Ingrid. I will tell you what this agency does. It's a little bit different. It was born 10 years ago and it's devoted solely to environmental, social, and cultural topics. We do it from a militancy point of view. This is why we only get related with causes that really matter. One of these causes that gave birth to the agency is precisely the right of girls and women to take decisions on their bodies. So in this context, in 2019 in Ecuador, we were discussing the National Assembly about the penalization of abortion in case of rape. We wanted to do something different and to have high impact, with a complete different purpose of our first campaign that was called Hombres No Machos, men, not animals. So we consider that our audience was 134 people. These were the congressmen that were going to vote in that occasion. So it is a big challenge from the communication point of view, because we say, how do we do something relevant for these people? And we decided to get support on this technology, which is called Gafas to see reality, or glasses to see reality. The people that make the decision do not have the time, or they do not want to find out about this subject that they're going to vote. This is why we wanted to create a reality. We are not going to talk about the figures. We have to create an experience that is something unforgettable. So we began the research. We wanted to tell stories of people who were victims of sexual harassment, but we didn't want to re-victimize them. So we talk about with different people that are in contact with these realities. We had 20 hours of these stories, which were very difficult, and it was really, we had a hard time trying to choose 5 stories that represented the problem. So when we had the different scripts, we planned the shooting, and it was about considering all the details, from the fact that precisely it was a product designed so that these decision makers were sitting on the same table. So we put the head on at the same head of the person, and when they put that virtual reality glasses, they considered, they were looking how things were rolling. So they didn't have access to an abortion. So there was a very important reflection on what was happening. So they said, that's not my story. It's the story of Maria, and Maria was 15 years old. So she lifted a picture and she said, that's the way I saw when I had 15 years old. So we finished with a final product which was very powerful. So we wanted to see how we could reach the congressman. So the first thing was to show authorities and different influencers. So they were able to experience these ideas, and thus we have different nodes in 10 different countries. This was really peculiar, and it started to generate a pressure, because they didn't say who is going to put the classes and experience what they live. How are they going to experience that?
Entonces, complementamos esto, o sea, hicimos el llamado a las y los asambleístas y complementamos esto con una página web.
So we complemented that with a tool so that they will be able, with just one click, to send information to an assembly person and to try the classes. So we did a requirement to the assembly so that they could recreate the experience. We were denied with nothing, but we said, if you want, we are going to go where they are, and we are at the table. We arrived with our computers, and it worked very well. We had 9 congressmen, we had advisors, we had management people, and even security staff. So this story really shows that they were so worried. I mean, the different organizations in Ecuador were so worried that we had the presence of Sarah Winters. She's a very important influence person in Brazil to have a counter stories. And beyond being worried, we said we are doing something important because they feel uncomfortable. Then the voting time came. We were not able to decriminalize abortion at that time, and it's difficult to have those kind of news, but a campaign is not responsible to change a reality. So at the end, we just realized we were just a tiny drop in this entire green ocean that gets through Latin America, and it's achieving so many things. So things arrive with time, and some months later, they decriminalize the abortion. In the case of abortion, maybe our campaign was not the campaign that allowed this to happen, but it really creates a conversation in society, and to have these symbolic spaces that really help us to have these kind of decisions. Even more than giving you the success of a campaign, we wanted to give you an invitation, because even though now abortion is legal in case of rape in Ecuador, access is restricted. There are many problems to get access to this, so I invite you to see Ecuador. We are in a critical situation regarding sexual and reproductive rights, with an authoritarian government, also against people that work for rights. Please support your organizations. So for me, it's a really good campaign. We work on different campaigns and we know that we can achieve many things without making big counter efforts. And that's my story. Thank you very much for your time.